Do you hear that, Chud Buds? It's like a million Twitter bots cried out in terror, and then suddenly, silence. That's right. We're going to mock Star Wars The Acolyte getting canceled. It's been confirmed. Utter humiliation for Leslie Headland. Utter humiliation for Kathleen Kennedy. Utter humiliation for Disney Star Wars. Oh, what a day, my friends. This is like the joyous occasion. It's like the Death Star blew up and we're the Ewoks prior to the special editions. The special editions effed up the final scene so bad. But the Ewoks, the nyam nyam, do, 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 do. Yeah, that's my bad impression. I'll fix that in edit. Don't worry. That's cringy. But not as cringy as Star Wars The Acolyte. Oh my gosh. We've been reporting for weeks that this is going to get canceled. From the first rumors, which I saw because Leslie Headland herself went out and did the whole, please send letters to Disney, pleading to get this renewed. As she didn't even create a full season. It was a half season that didn't finish up the storyline. The plot was just nonsensical disaster. And it couldn't happen to a nicer group of people. Let's get into the news and let's get into some reactions on this in just a moment. My name's John Delarose, everybody. I am a #1 best-selling science fiction author, the most trusted name in science fiction fandom, and I've got a great graphic novel for you if you want a replacement to Star Wars. This is action-adventure. It's fun. It's heroism. It's everything you ever wanted out of sequels to the original movies in a graphic novel form. So we made this. We've been doing very, very well over the last few weeks, and of course, on our way up. Really want to get this to the 30,000 marker where we add Mike Barron as a writer to a short comic to add to this. He's known for Nexus, known for his run on The Punisher, a wonderful science fiction writer himself. He actually did the adaptation of the Thrawn trilogy to comics, and we're happy to have him with us. So help us get there. Back this book today on Kickstarter. Thank you so much for the tremendous support. It's in the description below. And of course, please hit the like and subscribe button. Join us here as we talk about all things science fiction and fun. Yes, so it's all out. A new report details that Lucasfilm and Disney canceled Leslie Headland's The Acolyte series in the wake of Nielsen reporting the season finale had abysmal viewership numbers. There she is, the woman of the hour. Deadline's Nelly Andreeva reports the story of The Acolyte will not continue, with Lucasfilm not opting to proceed with the second season of Star Wars Offshoot starring Amanda Stenberg, sources tell Deadline. Oh my gosh, what an expensive lesson to learn on Get Woke, Go Broke. You've got $180 million for 8 episodes, of which not only that, but they 2 of the episodes were just reshoots of one another. It's I don't even know how they spent all that money. And they utterly destroyed their own show just from their complete incompetence. So the report comes in the wake of Nielsen releasing its data for the week. Acolyte series finale aired. It only managed to garner 335 million minutes watched, less than the 2-episode premiere, which brought in 488 million viewers watched. And of course, that's between 2 episodes. That's why it actually was boosted. But look at this. You can see how low it is compared to everything else. We had the Boys coming out, and crushing it, which is ridiculous because that show's woke and trash too. Cobra Kai, an actual good show up there. Love Island, whatever. Vikings Valhalla killed Star Wars. I mean, that's crazy. A brand like that should not be way above Star Wars. They've really screwed the pooch on all of this. Nielsen's viewership numbers reflect a significant decline in reviews per episode of the series. The first episode received 26,000 reviews. The finale only received 11,000. Womp womp. And it got a 4.1 out of 10 as a rating, with most of the reviews being 45% were 1 out of 10. Most people hated it. And so you see the review bomb that they kept saying was happening because the bigots, were review bombing. By that point, anybody who was quote, review bombing is gone. But if you look at it, it makes sense. I mean, people watched the first couple episodes. They saw it was trash. They tuned out, and you got what you got. And the people still there still hated it. Nobody liked this show. The only people who were talking about this were not people at all. It was Twitter bots just promoting the message. And we've shown in various videos how the Twitter bots and PR campaigns are run from these companies. And they just talk about excitement, action, melodrama. Watch Star Wars The Acolyte today. And it's totally not something a real human would ever write. And you see this posted thousands of times as Disney tries to flood the conversation about things and create a fake narrative of fake social proof that the show's actually good. And the thing is, like, I think people like Leslie Headland actually don't even know what's going on. I think they see those Twitter bots. They don't know that they're Twitter bots from the PR firm. And I think she legitimately thinks there's people who actually like the show, and there's not. And so when the ratings come in, they get hit with a big surprise. And so we're not surprised. Of course, we were calling this as it was going on. There was no way that this would be happening before. And WDW Pro talked about this, said a source said that Leslie Headland does not have a contract for Season 2, that following the finale of Season 1, the results that may be coming in the weeks ahead, this decision may have been made in the coming weeks ahead of the finale. There are no concurrent plans to develop a Season 2. And so that's where things are at right now, and that's where it's been. So the ratings of the finale, just to let you know how dismal it is for the Acolyte as the most expensive of any show, is the lowest season finale of any of the live action Star Warses so far. And there's been some pretty bad failures as people have largely just like jumped ship as the wokeness just permeates through all this. So when this hits lower than Ahsoka, when this hits lower than Andor, when this hits lower than the Book of Boba Fett with just train wrecks of shows, Mandalorian Season 3 train wreck, this is really, really, really bad, especially with the investment involved. So people are reacting on Twitter, of course. We got the Star Wars fandom hearing that the Acolyte is canceled. This is the, of course, Coruscant and other places and the cheering that was going on when the Empire fell. This is from the special edition version, of course. I don't like that version personally, but hey. Apparently, it's real Star Wars' theory fault that the Acolyte got canceled. Here's one of the woke people going crazy. F Disney, F Lucasfilm, F Dave Filoni, F Jon Favreau, F Kathleen Kennedy, F Star Wars theory, F incels, F Grogu. Grogu? All of you. These people are so unhinged. Oh my gosh, they live in like this crazy unreality where the people who still pay attention to this stuff and are so invested in this stuff as an identity, just, oh man, what a pathetic existence. Very sad. It's worth laughing at. And so Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers says, Black Myth Wukong hitting over 2 million players. I'll be doing a video on that next. The Acolyte gets canceled. Mainstream is dead. Fans have the power. Yeah, and this is the big message of the day, is that you really do matter. Our voices all very much matter. Our criticism matters. Our movements to say boycott certain things matters. You're seeing it. The video game industry is having a huge, huge shakeup right now as well. And when people actually speak out and when our voices are heard, these companies that try to like foist bad products on us, that try to use brand recognition in order to just coast and create something bad, that push the DEI agenda rather than the actual film or the actual video game or comic or book itself. When we stand up to it, they just get screwed. And that's the thing. Like 5 years ago, we did not have a unified fandom that said enough is enough, and we have this now. Things are changing, and I really think that corporations are going to get scared. They're going to get shook over this kind of stuff, and there's going to be a rapid change going on over the next 3 years of content. So this lady goes, I'm really tired of sharing the franchise I love with toxic, misogynistic, immature racists. And constantly see them being catered to, even though the rest of us have been here all along, wanting new and fresh stories that deeply connect with all of us. Well, Amy, the Phillies are fun. Guess what? It's like Weaponized Nerd Rage says right here. The Acolyte was crafted to pander to you idiots. You didn't show up. The show's cancellation isn't about catering to, quote, the racists, or whatever buzzword you want to throw out. It's your fault, not ours. That's right. Nobody's catering to anybody by not renewing this show. It's the fact that nobody watched this, and it was very expensive as to why they're not renewing this show. I love Nerderotic's headline here. This is my favorite because it exemplifies the exact same thing as the mainstream media likes to do with all this stuff. The Acolyte is canceled, and that's a good thing. Yes, they always do this. The ratings are low, and that's a good thing. And then they write an article on how it's great the ratings are low because the bigots tuned out, right? Well, we tuned out. It's great. And it's gone now. This is what happens when your show sucks ass. Oh no, The Acolyte got canceled. Great stuff. The Acolyte wasn't canceled because it was woke or because of the incels. It was canceled because it was the lowest viewed Star Wars show on Disney Plus and cost a fortune to make. Okay, so this is a cope right here because obviously it was the lowest viewed Star Wars because it was woke. I mean, come on. Let's be honest here in our assessment here, Brad Stevenson. But a lot of funny reactions. I'm really enjoying this. This is by far takes the cake, the greatest one. I love seeing this. I love seeing SJWs cry. Let's make them cry even more. And that's we'll have by having as much fun as possible with this today. Celebrate. Be happy. Hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure to check out my Hidden Emperor graphic novel. Guys, this is a wonderful story. I can't impress this upon you enough that you'll really, really enjoy this. Go grab this in the descriptions below. Support our channel, support our artistic efforts, and we'll be back soon.